The 25 Hours of Thunderhill, I mean, where do you start? It's the longest race in North America. It's 25 hours of straight racing. Obviously you have multiple drivers, but the car stays the same. The car is the one that gets to go out there for the entire 25 hours of the race. It's the ultimate test of man and machine. It's the proving ground for R&D for new parts development. You get participation from the biggest auto manufacturers like Audi and Porsche.
For us, you know, the 25 hour is the most important race of our season. We spend all year preparing for this race. Every single time we work on the car, it's in preparation for the 25, nothing else.
Just the most gratifying feeling if you can make it all the way till sunrise, all the way to the end of the race. There's just nothing in the world like it. It's hard really to explain unless you can just be there and experience it for yourself.
We're out here at the 25 Hours of Thunderhill, getting ready for a long week of racing. We got here on Wednesday. Thursday we got rained out. Today's Friday. We're getting ready to do practice. Tonight we're going to qualify. That's one thing that's unique about this race. We actually do night qualifying, so that'll get real exciting. Doing everything we can to make the car as reliable as possible. Tomorrow we get after it.
Check whenever you're ready, you can acknowledge me. Copy that.
So right now we're dealing with some sound issues for the car. This particular race, they make us fall in line with a certain amount of decibel reading. Unfortunately, this morning we've been over the entire practice session, so we've been trying to make modifications to fix our sound issue. If you're over sound, you forfeit that time, or you have to come in during the race to fix it. So it's something that everybody battles with here. We're battling with it now, unfortunately, but we're working through it. We'll get it sorted before qualifying, and we'll be ready for the race.
All right, so we just got out of the car after qualifying here at the 25 Hours of Thunderhill. Like this race goes every year, there's a tremendous amount of cars on track. It's the first time all of us get to see the track at night each year. So it's pretty much mayhem and pandemonium. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get a clean lap without traffic. We only got to about 2 seconds of where we were running lap time wise during the day. Good news though is that the car itself is race ready. The car's fast, it's handling well, it's easy to drive, it's mechanically sound, everything is doing exactly what it needs to do. The other good news about running at the 25 hour is the race is so long that the qualifying results don't matter as much as they do in a normal shorter race. So we're excited for tomorrow. We're happy with where we're at and we're ready to get this thing going.
Saturday morning here at 25 Hours of Thunderhill, getting ready to start the race here at 11 a.m. This race is interesting because we use about 7 sets of tires. We go through about 400 gallons worth of fuel, so it's a lot of up and over the wall. Had qualifying last night, we qualified 22nd out of 65, not too bad. The car has a lot more pace in it than what we showed during qualifying, but you know, survival of the fittest in this race. It's going to take a while to get through it, sort the pack out. We should see weather about 2 a.m. It's going to be off and on rain all the way till the end, so that's going to make things really exciting. But we're ready for it. Got some fresh Achilles ready for the car, and we're set to go.
It's always going to involve a little bit of luck to get so many cars out on the same track for that amount of time and not have anything happen, not be involved in a wreck, not be taken out by a driver who's out there exhausted and just making mistakes. All you can do is prepare the best way possible. right, so here we are, middle of the night at the 25 Hours of Thunderhill. I don't even know what time it is anymore. It's real late. We've been out there for a long time. We're well past the halfway mark. Car's working phenomenally. Weather, not so much. It keeps bouncing back and forth between damp and dry. So we went out on the rains. It was raining pretty hard at first. We just cracked into the top 10 overall, from what I understand. So hopefully we can at least hold that. If not, keep gaining those positions, see where we're at when the sun comes up, and just keep plugging those laps in.
With weather, it's coming in, it's going. I'm getting ready to go out for a double stint. We're gonna take a gamble, we're gonna go on some slicks here. We're sitting 10th right now overall, which is fantastic. We're a couple laps behind the next car, but right now, car's working great, just fighting the weather.
When the rain came, our car was even better compared to the rest of the competition. We were just completely destroying everybody out there. It was working out really well for us, and we were climbing the ranks. We had one of the best lighting systems out there, which helped us tremendously. It was like driving at dusk. It was just, didn't slow us down at all, which was a huge advantage, and something that we took a long time to prepare and plan for after learning from that last year. This year we had a very competitive car, looking for a solid top 10 overall finish. Like it is every year with this race, it's a lot of luck and a lot of preparation.
We pushed through the night, and unfortunately about 19 hours in, almost 20 hours in, we finally had a failure on the car that took us out of the race. And you know, that's just how it goes. I mean, you spend all week working at trying to develop the car to get to this point, and the reality is it can be over the snap of a finger, and that's where it's real depressing. You know, you don't see these things coming, and it makes it real difficult for everybody to handle for a little bit. You know, there's so much that goes into this race, and there's so much passion, and everybody's fighting to the end, and all you want to do is see that sun come up and then fight for it in the last few hours. And we got right there, sun was starting to come up, and unfortunately the car just couldn't take it anymore. So we've learned some lessons this time around, just as we do every other time. And next year we're going to come back stronger, better, faster. We've got some new things in the works that are going to help us in the long run. And I think next year, there's no doubt we'll be competing for an overall win, and if not a class win.